So I'm here at the Caratunk house, here with Paul. Tell me about the place and how long you've been in business here.
Hi, I've been here 9 years, and I went away for a while, but I've been back for 4 years now, and hosting hikers, and I only take hikers here. And it's a pleasure to host sleeves and so many others every day. It's my mission.
I imagine you've met some really neat folks, haven't you?
From all over the world, they come out. It seems like every day there's someone from another country besides ours. Germany seems to be the most prominent this year, and France and Quebec, of course, and all of Canada, a lot of those here, because we're only 25 miles from Canada, so just up the road.
Well, thank you so much for hosting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You've been a delight to be here.
Sleeves here, day 74 of my AT 2.0 hike. Man, we are packing up, leaving the Caratunk house. Got a good day today. We're heading toward Monson, and I think we should be there in 2 or 3 days, but hey, we got a couple of climbs today. We'll see if we get those knocked out. Sure, we'll have a good day. Probably gonna be some views up there on the mountains, so hey, hope you stick with me. Here we are on the summit of Pleasant Pond Mountain. Man, we've had a good hike up here, except for the climb. No, it was good. Not a bad climb. We haven't had a climb in a few days, so had to get back into swing of things. But we just had a wonderful revelation here. We determined that we are getting our first glimpse of Mount Katahdin. All right in the center of the video, there's a saddle and there's a mountain in the distance. Man, let me tell you, that is the mountain. Our goal for the hike, Mount Katahdin. First view, about 140 miles away, 150. Man, good stuff. This is the view from Pleasant Pond Mountain. Good stuff. Wow, good stuff. Man, I was able to locate Mount Katahdin right there. Good stuff, man. That's a neat view. Our first view of Mount Katahdin. Pleasant Pond Mountain. Good stuff. Trail talk today, where I just saw Mount Katahdin. How cool is that? That is neat. That's just exciting to me. But here's the deal. I had someone comment on one of my videos about hammocking. And the question was, would they need to send their hammock back and pick up a tent at any point along the way? And the second part of that question was, hey, I'm trying to be considerate of other hikers as they thought that they might snore or do something like that. So that's kind of a two-part. That's the way I'm going to answer the question anyway. So not wanting to stay in a shelter, they always want to camp if possible. Could they do it in a hammock? All right, here's the deal. The bottom line, my thought is keep your hammock. I did it the whole way so far. Haven't quite finished. I've got a little over 100 miles or so to go, but hey, keep your hammock. Don't send it back. Don't swap it out for a tent. And you should have no problem finding a hammock spot. Now, the one place that might be an issue, or you might have to work on finding a good spot, is, all right guys, I'm going around in circles, so I'm gonna have to put it down for just a second. All right. So here's the deal. The only place that there could possibly be any issue is what I call above tree line. And of course that makes sense. And the only place that occurs is really in the whites in New Hampshire. So if you plan your hikes each day and plan them well, you should be able to make it down below tree line each time. Now there's a couple of places if you just feel like laying up or you don't want to make a long stretch of miles, my suggestion is stay in the huts. And that goes to the second part of the question. I know you might want to be considerate of others, and I know I do the same thing. I don't want to bother anyone with my lights or my sleeping or anything that's going on. But here's the thing. If you're hiking on the AT and you've been camping for miles and miles and you're in New Hampshire and you've hiked from Georgia, and I'm assuming you're doing a northbound hike, let me tell you, you have become accustomed to all kinds of other things going on around you when you're trying to sleep. And sleeping, you don't have any trouble sleeping. Other hikers won't have any trouble sleeping. Let me tell you, I have been in shelters, in huts, where the people in there were snoring so loud, the roof was rattling. But you know what? I slept just fine because you're tired, everybody's tired, and it's not going to be an issue. And besides that, at the huts, which is where I would say that you might have an issue with hammocking because you can't get below tree line. In the whites, they pass out, or they have available for you, earplugs for other hikers. So look, don't even think about your snoring. Just do what you do. You're not going to be in that hut but once or twice in another hut or whatever. So just do your thing. Everyone else will be fine. I know you're very nice and you're considerate, and that is good. But I'm telling you, no one's going to care. It's going to be all right. So bring your hammock. Don't worry about it. Stay in the huts when you have to. Hang your hammock all the other times. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. You're going to hike better. And you're going to be a successful through hiker or section hiker better. Yes, indeed. You can do it. Hammock. And you sleep well in it because you're going to enjoy it. Because I know I did. And that's Trail Talk today. All right, we have left Caratunk, Maine, headed over Pleasant Pond Mountain. Man, that was a view today. Man, we had a great view of Katahdin. We caught the view of Katahdin today. Man, that was cool.
We did have a good view of Katahdin today.
Yes, but we have made it to the Bald Mountain Brook, and we have met a couple of hikers here. We're having dinner, and met a couple of hikers here.
serious.
And tell us who you are and what you're doing.
Well, we're section hiking. Just started from Caratunk this morning and eating a lovely dinner.
Cool.
Mac and cheese and chicken. I'm Dragonfly, and I hike the long trail every September for a week. So doing that every year until I'm done.
Nice.
We're moms on the trail,
Moms
having
on
a
the
break
trail.
from the kids, and the dads are taking care of them. Thanks.
Yep, and hopefully one of the dads is picking us up in a couple of days.
And now we're trying to section hike some 18 miles. So.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Met these awesome dudes here.
Man, let me tell you, here's an awesome dude. Look at this.
Oh.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude, all right.
Well, good evening, folks.
He's mixing a concoction of Gatorade, bulk, cherry flavored something. I don't know what he's got going here. All right.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Video edit.
Yeah, we'll nix that. Hey, well, it's good to meet you guys, and excellent.
Lovely meeting you guys too.
Yeah, just having a good conversation about the trail.
Yep.
Just how beautiful Maine is, and New Hampshire, and just gorgeous, isn't it?
It is lovely.
Neat.
Get some good gear advice and food advice from you guys.
So I've been down to the stream, getting some water, and walking back toward the campsite at the shelter area there. And hey, wanted to tell you this story. So the Caratunk house, I'll tell you, go ahead and great place for the money. I mean, man, you can't beat $20 for a stay here in Maine. A lot of the stuff in the Northeast here is a lot more than $20, and man, it's a peaceful, restful place. Really kind of old school, and I think you'll like it. So, man, if you're looking for just a relaxing place, Caratunk House is your place. So, anyway, my story. So last night I was in a panic. I'd almost finished editing a video and realized that my battery was almost dead, so I go to charge it. So I plug it in just like I always do, plug my cable in, and guess what? My cable doesn't work. So somehow, as I've been charging over time in my sleeping bag, I always lay my my phone right next to me along with my battery charger, and plug in my phone. So somehow or another I had kinked the cable or something probably, but bottom line is cable doesn't work anymore. And I am in a panic. I'm thinking, okay, I have 15% on my battery life. My cable is not working. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I walk downstairs there at the hostel, the Caratunk house, and I see Paul, and I go, Paul, man, guess what's happened? And I told him. He said, you know, I've got this box that I keep. And he said, let's see if we've got a cable there. So he goes behind his desk there, pulls out this box, and it's like a box of telephone cables and all kinds of these other cables. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't gonna work. But I keep digging, and you're not gonna believe this. Down in the bottom of that box was a cable exactly like I need. Now, is that cool or what? Let me tell you, God provides for you, and I'm thankful. I'm blessed. Man, so I am able to charge my phone. I was thinking, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do any more videos the rest of my hike. But a cable from Paul's box behind his desk, good stuff. You can't beat that. God's amazing. Wrapping up day 74 here at the Bald Mountain Brook lean-to. Good stuff. This is our water source, and it's been a good day. Came over the Pleasant Pond Mountain. Man, got to see the Bigelows again. Look back over, good view, good time. Man, but the big thing was, let me tell you, we saw Mount Katahdin 140, 150 miles away. That was really cool. Neat to put your eyes on that prize, and we're ready to knock it out. So that was a big deal today. And the hiking was not too bad, man. After that climb up Pleasant Pond Mountain, just walk in the woods. Man, left the Caratunk house this morning. Caratunk house is a really nice place, and Paul was nice, and just a whole crew there really nice to us. So I appreciate you staying with me today. Keep hiking.